Welcome to Zoo Tycoon Xbox One X Edition. Bizarre! So you can play online with a friend through cross-play across platforms, Windows 10, Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X, and any future Xbox Ones that come out. It is a Xbox Play Anywhere title, which means that you can buy it in one place, whether that's Windows 10 PC or Xbox, and own it on both, which is wonderful. It's got full 4K support, over 200 animals, HDR options for that true lighting. When you play the game, it's got a training mode where you go around across the world trying to getting easy objectives to learn, a campaign mode, a couple different options for campaign modes, you know, like the original one. Now we got the South America and the Australia campaign. You work around the world to make a renowned zoo. So this originally came out with the launch of the Xbox One. It was terrible. Well, it wasn't terrible, but it was below average. Now, it's much better. It's smoother, it looks better. Not only are the visuals improved, but I mean there's no build limit, and it's just better. Challenge mode gives you challenges across the globe, kind of goals that you have to do. But I think the easiest way to show it off is the sandbox, which is what I did back in the day mostly for stuff. Let's build. So you get this very lovely, large-scale, freely awesome Zoo Tycoon game, which is great because the original game was actually pretty good, aside from the build limit that basically made it worthless. And it didn't really have too much to it. The game has retained its Kinect controls, which means you can use the Kinect for the interactions and stuff, just like back in the day, but it is of course a fully controller optional game. Cool, so I've picked sandbox mode because it's the easiest way to basically show off the game. You work your way up, building exhibits, unlocking things, researching new things, building a larger park, and getting people coming here. So you can play in person mode like I am now. You can drive around vehicles. There's actually like missions tied to it. You get little challenges and objectives you have to do for extra bonuses. Or you can go into Tycoon mode, which lets you have a full view of this large area, which is great because now we can build tons of stuff. And this is being rendered in 4K. Obviously, with the capture card I have, I'm downscaling to 1080 basically. It is capturing 4K, but it's being put in 1080. And HDR does not show on the capture card. As you can see, you get a variety of terrains. You unlock more items and stuff as you progress. And therefore more animals too. There's a new interactive kind of path building system. Before it used to auto make paths, which I mean I really don't care. Cool. So now we built our first exhibit. We have exhibit items. You get to clean up poop. You can move it. You can customize it. You can name it. We'll go to the customization options. You can change the trees. Put some beach trees in there. And that changes the aesthetics. You can change the look of the path, everything like that. We'll go for an animal, and then we can show off from there. So you have donated animals, you have adopted animals. You can view the animals, you can go in and take a look at the animals, you can interact with the animals if you want. So it's actually really great for kids and stuff if they want to, you know, kind of get a zoo going and see what it's like to have a bunch of animals. Let's do something fun, like, I don't know, kangaroo. A red kangaroo. That sounds fierce. That red kangaroo is probably going to want a friend. We'll throw Tash in there because why not? And then from there, we put in exhibit items, animal care, enrichments and such, build station, fish. You got to kind of match it to what the animal is. I'm assuming kangaroos maybe want fruit. I don't know. So enrichments, those are interactions or something like where people can come and interact, where you can come and interact. So put an interaction in there. You know, sensory enrichment area. That's pretty cool, right? You put some decorations in. And it's just like a wide range of kind of things you can do with it. to really make your own little zoo, and it's got fun, colorful graphics. It works very well. Overall, I'm very impressed with the latest version of this. I don't know what would these creatures, like a wading pool? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, right? Then we can go down into zoo view, and we can take a look at the kangaroos chilling. Yeah, I know, hype, right? Yeah, and then the animals can't use this interaction. Certain ones can only use certain interactions. A good, certified way to do it is with the elephants, and you do the hose. So you get all these animals moving around, chilling, having a good time. There's lots of like ambience. You're against a big city. There's birds. It's very lovely. You can customize your character too, in case you didn't know that. So we're going to continue building. So that was the big exhibit. Now we're going to show off a small exhibit. This is a new purchase, if you were curious. In case you've bought the first version in the past, it is separate. Put a little animal in here. This one is smaller based animals. And cockatoos in there. Bubbles! Jenny! Cookies be crumbling, am I right? So we got the animals in there. Now you can see these cockatoos are having a good time. Chilling on the stuff. Cool, so we've covered the core basis of animal building. There's also pathing we can create. Path editor, roundabouts. Now we got an unlock. You can see our zoo fame increasing, which grants us new animals and new items and such. So there's the path building. There are decorations. We can put in lakes. We'll just do a small lake, It's a nice little scenic thing that people enter the park and go and do. See, isn't that lovely? I think it's pretty cool. There's topiaries, for different animals, statues. Throw in a flamingo statue over here. Really just kind of give an idea of what you can exactly do in this thing. Build. That's looking very good. So now we've got the statue here. So say we want to have another kind of path. We go to path editor mode. And we pick the two things, and we put them together, and it builds another path. For those curious about the camera, if you're doing missions, that is RB button, from what I recall. RB or LB? I think it's RB. I was just doing it on the PC the other night. You can also level up or upgrade your things to make them better, make more money off of them, and so forth. Aside from decorations, we have the concession. Here we can start out with animals. We'll throw a lemur keeper in there. They look pretty cool right here, right? And we're going to walk through this afterwards, and you can actually see it more in action. And as you can see, the park is growing. We've got a lemur thing. There's lots of people that are going to be coming in, chilling as I'm like running against something. Oh, how you doing? You want to go out after? Yeah. And you can tell, like, it looks way better. Significantly better. I don't know if they took the time to redo all the assets, or if the assets were just future-proofed. But what an absolute improvement on this game. I liked the first Zoo Tycoon that they remade on the Xbox One, because, that is this game, right? Oh, you can actually go in the water now? I don't remember that being an option before. And it was really just like the build limit and a couple things that kept this from not really being a fantastic experience. And now that they've gone back and done the work on this, I think it's, a truly satisfactory experience. Back to concession, we're going to load up the food and drink. Gotta have a burger barn, right? Throw that down there. And that's going nicely. We're going to put a coffee shop beside that because, everybody drinks coffee like it's going out of style. Level up again, get more animals. As you can see, there are just a pile of animals. We're gonna go in and we're gonna edit this because it's actually kind of cool, the options you get here. We can upgrade that, change, repair it, change the price to high, customize, and like I said, you can rename them to customization slots, and you can actually build items for your food stuff, like Chef Boyardee. Oh yeah. And these are, you know, kind of moving aside the actual editing of the walls, the pathways, and everything else around it. And you kind of just make it more of a premium location. And now they can eat here and have a great time. We're just gonna put in the rest of these things, so people come and enjoy my food and pay these crazy food prices. Like, just look at this. There's just a pile of things that you can build and place down for everything. Tons of customization options, objects, and items for your zoo. Alright, now that the concessions are done, we're going to move over to the next part, which is the facility. This is where your faculty and everything come in, your restroom systems, and so forth. It's kind of weird that you can't connect. Oh, you could connect those two. So restrooms, obviously, so people aren't having issues in your park, obviously. Throw this down too. That's the janitor's office. Obviously, it's very important. And you can hire facility and staff and upgrade it. And they'll basically take care of your park, just like in the old Tycoon days. And you can upgrade your staff too, as well as your facility. That covers that aspect. And then go back to facility. There's also zookeepers and a breeding center. So the zookeepers obviously take care of your animals, whereas the breeding area lets you breed the animals so you can have new ones. So you either buy new animals, get them donated through certain tasks, or you breed them and make them yourselves. And make this the facility side of the area. And it's nice that I'm not limited like I used to be, where you can only have so many objects and you really gotta take care of what you're putting down. I'm just kind of quick path building here. Get some staff going. Sure, Mark's cool. And we're going to assign him to that exhibit so that he can maybe start mating those creatures. Now I might as well get another one here too. And you can do whatever. Here's the other facility. We're going to hire some staff in this place, obviously. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, is hiring some staff. See, the game doesn't even give you a break. There we go. Now we got some staff going. We've covered the facility aspect. Obviously, like with everything else, you can customize in case your zoo has a crazy path thing going on for it. I don't know. We can go back to building, hopefully, some larger exhibits. While everything is unlocked in Sandbox, other modes, you'll research it and kind of work there. Kind of build that. You can also do marketing campaigns with billboards and such in order to build up, you know, sort of attractions and get people going into your zoo. You open that from the main zoo menu. This is also where you can check out all your animals that you have. Set your admission prices. Do your advertising campaigns. Alter intensity because we got the budget. It has an economy breakdown so you can see how much money you're making, your zoo capacity, your cash graph, and so forth. The happiness of the people that are going into your zoo. You can research new items. which obviously don't matter because I'm in the sandbox mode. There are awards for your zoo-ness. And global customization options if you want to add more of a routine sort of style throughout the park at once instead of going to each individual thing. You can also rename your zoo the Sandbox Zoo. It already knows. It already knows what I want. And it's kind of just like a free play build sort of thing where you just get to go wild without the constraints of the other modes. But if you want something more traditional, you know, there's the campaign and there are the challenges. Multiple campaign options, multiple challenges. Oh, somebody's dressed as... Why would somebody dress as a monkey? Do we sell monkey outfits here? That's weird, kid. Why are you doing that? Doesn't he look too old to be doing that? I don't know. So, as you can see, the exhibits, they grow in size. As you unlock more things, you get bigger ones. Put in new animals. You have your notification system, kind of tells you what's happening. You can ping the happiness. You can kind of check each area quickly. And there's just really a lot of in-depth options. I think we're going to throw some elephants in here. Because why not? Mr. Lankin. We'll throw Judith and, I don't know, let's get Biscuit in there. And the zoo fame increases. Now we got bears, and more items. Kind of want to show off one of the interactions, so we're going to do that. Alright, from here. And you can kind of see how that works. You like feeding them and stuff. So back in the day, you'd like do connect with this, or use connect with it. Then you kind of just bother the elephant. Like that elephant? You like that? And the new elephant comes in via helicopter. Yeah, welcome to the zoo. Oh, that one's at the zoo. I guess there's a progress bar for this thing getting washed. You're not happy yet? How about now? No, you good? And anyways, the visuals on the 1X, they're nice. They look great. Very happy with the performance, and I haven't had any issues or hiccups with it. It looks absolutely fantastic. And it's going to be fun just being able to build without constraints or the issues that the original version of the game had. It's a very weird... Why did it record? Oh, it kept the auto recording. I didn't even know that. Yeah, it had auto recording when you would do stupid stuff like that. So it's very much that original launch game, but cleaned up. It's great for kids and like a family game. It's easy. You can do the co-op online, or you know, stuff local and stuff like that, and the cross-play. There's not a feeding station for the elephants. Oh no. They gotta eat. I did not know that. Alright, let's give it a fruit feeding station. Now the elephants can eat. And obviously they have needs and issues and stuff. Wonder how the kangaroos are getting along. Clean up some poop. Yeah. I don't even know why they built that mechanic into the game, but you know what? Whatever. And as you can see, the park is already growing. You'd be able to maybe make one, I want to say, being generous, 2.5 times the size of this before in the last game. And then you'd just be, well, not the last game, but the older version of this. And you'd be completely capped off and you couldn't build anymore. And which was, like, you know, incredibly annoying. Build some maybe better concession. Oh, the campaign's ended. Throw in an ice cream stand, why not? You're in the middle here. I don't know, overall, very impressed with it. I think it's kind of what they were going for originally, or maybe what the dream was for the game, and now they're able to finally fully realize that on the new console. And give us an actual proper version of Zoo Tycoon. How is the staff today? They sway too. That's Zoo Tycoon on the 1X.